What's up?
Sorry, we had to do a technical adjustment in our first podcast. We are back now, and I'm sure we're back for good. Sure that we're back for good. And of course, we were just kind of checking one or two of it about the president of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manuel. We are along with a team has arrived here at the venue while we were on that technical adjustment. Shortly, you see the president and his team here making the way to where we are. There is a brief meeting currently taking place with the president and the UAE delegation. From all indication now, watching is the arrival of the Excellency President George Manuel and team. We are right here. This is where it is, and this is how it's going to be definitely. His Excellency Dr. Weah is making his way at this point, and here comes the President and First Lady Clara Mary Weah, and so the President and First Lady will make their way. There is a photo section at this point, and that photo section will include the President, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of National Defense, Commissioner Len Ujinambe, and the rest of them. They are trooping into that photo right now. And if you just join us, we'd like to say welcome to this Liberia Day, coming to you live here from Dubai. And this is how it is going right here at this entire photo taking section at this point. We will go on Oxa very, very shortly. And of course, you see the Liberians here. And so at this point now, we are making our way on the outside of this complex. On the outside of the complex is where we are performing now, and this is exactly what is going to be happening here in the next minutes, a few hours from now. And of course, His Excellency Dr. Weah has finally made his way on the outside, and we are making our way to the Liberia video. We are making our way to the Liberia's pavilion, and you're going to catch all of the shots here. Get going. Cameras. All of the cameras are moving in the swing position, and this is His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah.
Be careful, my dear.
Yeah.
So many photographers like you, they fell and they broke their head. I promise you.
Making their way right now. We are making our way down the steps. Yeah, sure. While we make our way, the President and First Lady Clara Mary Weah, along with the rest of the delegation, making the way here at this Liberia's Day today. His Excellency Dr. Weah and the Liberian team here And you're going to see the flags of Liberia flying in different position. And get a going here. This is the arrival of President Weir here, and of course watching on this podcast. We're coming to you live from the UAE. It's a very great occasion. And as we run you through, we've been guarded here heavily by all of the guys, making sure that we are in queue of what we are doing here with this export. And you need to keep watching us. We are moving in. You're going to see the team of cameras right here. His Excellency Dr. George Weir, President of the Republic of Liberia, has finally arrived here at the Liberia's Day event. You're going to see a lot of rare white and blue skies into your cameras now. Keep watching us. Keep watching. You gotta keep watching. You gotta keep watching us. All we are trying to do here is to bring you this arrival. And now,
greetings, Your Excellencies, esteemed dignitaries and invited guests, and welcome to the official National Day ceremony of Expo 2020 Dubai. This morning we gather to officially honor the Republic of Liberia and their participation in this exceptional global event. Now please rise for the flag raisings and the national anthems of the United Arab Emirates and the Republic of Liberia.
The flag raising and of course the national anthem, the ceremony. We are into the ceremony right now. This is the flag raising ceremony. There it goes, the flag of the UAE, and that of the flag of the Republic of Liberia is about to get up here. And those are the flag bearers. They are right there, beautiful ladies. That's the playing of the UAE national anthem. And this point, the flag bearers are making the way. I'm sure this time around is going to be the flag of the Republic of Liberia. Here comes the flag, and it's going to get raised here in Dubai. Keep watching us live this morning, early morning though for you. But it's going to be a very colorful event here. And if you are there, my name is Smith Toby. I'm trying the best possible. The flag of Liberia is about to get up here in the UAE at this Expo 2020. and the flag bearers are relocating, and of course we're about to raise the flag of Liberia. Tell you the playing of the Liberia's national anthem, and of course that's what exactly going on here. The flag bearers are making
My
their
esteemed
way.
honor to introduce and welcome His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan Mbarak Al Nahyan for his opening remarks.
And of course we are into the program itself now.
Your Excellency, Dr. George Maina Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Claire Maria Weah, First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to welcome you today to the United Arab Emirates and to Expo 2020 Dubai as we celebrate the National Day of the Republic of Liberia. As Africa's first and oldest modern republic, Liberia has been a regular participant in the world and specialized expos since London World Expo in 1862. And we are pleased to witness Liberia's successful participation at Expo 2020 Dubai. Your Excellency, with less than a week remaining before the closing of our Expo gates, we fondly look back on the meaningful exchanges, celebrations, and commitments we have made throughout the past months. It has been a true honor for us to host this remarkable global event, one that turned out to be quite exceptional thanks to you and all our international participants. You have dedicated monumental efforts to making this Expo a success, despite the challenges of the pandemic, and in doing so, you embodied the true meaning of collective effort, the fruits of which we have all experienced along with our visitors throughout this great event. We greatly appreciate everything you have done for this Expo and hope that your purpose for which you have joined this journey has been achieved. Liberia's unique participation through its pavilion demonstrates the extent to which it has made significant development, stride in its recent history, leading the way on women's rights, as well as economic reform in Africa, while also promoting the vast potential Liberia offers across the multiple industries such as agriculture, tourism, and infrastructure development. In addition to this, the pavilion showcases the diversity of cultures of Liberia through a unique display of artifacts and masks used by the 16 tribes that make up Liberia, indigenous population. As such, I would like to express our appreciation to Your Excellency, Mr. President, and to the Commissioner General, Honorable Maurice A. Sakor, and his team for Liberia's significant participation in this Expo. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the UAE is proud to share continuously developing relations with Liberia, and we are particularly pleased to be working together on various development initiatives such as sustainable income generation, food security, and nutrition cooperation. In this regard, we look forward to witnessing greater opportunities for collaboration between our two countries in the near future for our mutual benefit and prosperity. Your Excellency, President William, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a memorable experience at this truly one-of-a-kind global event, and I welcome you again among your friends at Expo 2020 Dubai and to the United Arab Emirates. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Thank you.
And of course, that's the representative of the UAE, and of course here at Expo 2020. Wherever you are,
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Keep watching us right here. This Liberia's Day here at the UAE. And if you just join us,
Now please join me in welcoming this morning's honoree from the
joining
Republic of
us.
Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manewia, President of the Republic of Liberia, for his remarks.
The president of Liberia is about to make his remark here. The president is making his way toward the podium now. He's making his way.
You may have your seats. Her Excellency Madam Claire Mariwea, First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Dubai, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government here present, Excellency, Heads of Delegates here present, His Excellency Nahayan Mambarak Nahaya, Minister of Tolerance and Coexistence and Commissioner General Expo 2020 Dubai, His Excellency Sheikh bin Naya bin Mubarak Naya, Minister of State, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be here today at the invitation of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Dubai, to attend the Liberia National Day celebration at Expo 2020 Dubai, which we are celebrating now in 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, it is better late than never. On behalf of the government and people of Liberia, and in my own name, I would like to celebrate this warm and kind gesture from the government and people of the United Arab Emirates. Let me also thank the leadership of the United Arab Emirates and the organizers of Expo 2020 Dubai for the gracious hospitality provided to me and my delegation since our arrival in your beautiful city, and the excellent arrangements that you have made for our comfort and safety. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, Expo 2020 Dubai has brought together 192 countries with visitors from all around the world under the central theme of connecting minds, creating a future, with 3 additional sub-themes of opportunity, mobility, and sustainability. It has convened the global community here in Dubai and is inspiring people around the world to work together in new ways to create a sustainable future. Being the first mega event of its kind in the Middle Eastern region, Expo 2020 Dubai has also provided a unique global platform for presenting new and innovative solutions that have the potential to transform the lives of people of all races and backgrounds, in spite of the ongoing global economic and health challenges which face our world today. Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased and proud to note that this is the first time in the history of the World Expo that Liberia is truly represented by having its own pavilion. Thanks to the One Nation, the One Pavilion policy of the organizers of Expo 2020 Dubai, my country has been given the opportunity to share with the world its business and investment opportunities, to showcase our rich culture and history as the first independent African republic, and to deepen the comprehensive strategy partnership that we enjoy with the United Arab Emirates. The theme of Liberia's pavilion is Liberia is open and ready for business, which embraces the idea that trade and investment are essential ingredients for sustainable national economic growth and development. Permit me at this time, at this junction, to thank the government and people of the UAE for the many projects they continue to undertake in our country, which has come as a result of the close cooperation we forged since I assumed office in 2018. This led to the UAE support for programs in the areas of health, infrastructure development, sports, capacity building, and agriculture. The UAE is currently financing the construction of a modern hospital complex in Western Liberia, as well as a state-of-the-art sports and recreational park, the United Sport Park being built in central Monrovia. I'm happy to announce also that the government of the UAE has been gracious enough to lend its hand to aiding with asphalt pavement of a road project leading and through Liberia's northern Lofa County by providing additional funding support. Liberia seeks to expand its potential in many areas, including the mining sector that it has been traditionally known for across the world. However, the emerging field of tourism, agriculture, and fisheries are one that have yet to be exploited. I therefore use this opportunity to urge my UAE brothers to come to Liberia and tap into these traditional and virgin sectors, which will in turn help us fill Liberia's huge infrastructure deficit and foster economic development in Liberia. I invite you to join us in developing a prosperous business climate in Liberia. Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, UAE is home to me. My experiences in this country inspire me to get involved with leadership in Liberia, to bring about change and to improve the lives of many people. I therefore seek to maintain that relationship with my brothers, particularly the ruler of Dubai and Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Sheikh Mohammed has been there with me ever since when I sang for Al Jazeera Football Club about 20 years ago in Abu Dhabi. I consider him a brother and a dear friend. I am confident that the unique relationship we share will continue to be beneficial to both our countries, and that the bilateral ties that bound both countries will be further strengthened. Liberia, as you know, has just launched the year-long celebration of 8th bicentennial anniversary, marking 200 years since the arrival of free slaves on our shores. That journey laid the foundation for Liberia. So as we showcase our potential in this National Day, we want to inform all participating countries that Liberia is open for business and that the potential can be transformative and mutual. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, together we can make Expo 2020 Dubai an unforgettable experience that will inspire both present and future generations. Let me assure you that Liberia looks forward to working in close collaboration with the United Arab Emirates to deliver on the promise of Expo 2020 Dubai. I thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Voice of His Excellency, Dr. George Mann, we are here making Liberia case at Expo 2020.
Thank you, Mr. President. We are now pleased to share a cultural performance from the Republic of Liberia. The National Dance Ensemble of Liberia will perform a unique drum concert with a traditional song depicting peace and unity in their local vernacular language. It will be followed by a performance by Liberia's traditional Queen and Culture Ambassador, Julian D. and Janet Cole. who will be performing the official Expo song for Liberia Pavilion, which depicts Liberia's history, peace and unity, along with flag bearer waving the flag of Liberia. Also a folklore traditional ballet dance by female and male dancers, and a traditional dance by Liberia's masked dancer and via female dancers. Finally, there will be a closing dance by Liberia's culture ambassador Julian D. Here you are proudly representing the Republic of Liberia. Please welcome Ambassador Julian D., Janet Cole, and the National Dance Ensemble of Liberia to the stage of nations.
Thank you. Liberia, a land of the brave and free. 200 years with Pan-African leadership, my president, my first lady. Creativity and imagination equals innovation. We are here in Dubai. The jump.
Ambassador Judy Annie
His
and
Excellency Dr. George
the Liberia Expo song.
For investment opportunity. The Honorable Morris A. Saka is Liberia's Pavilion Commissioner General at Dubai Expo 2020. NIC.
What Liberia has, we have minerals such as diamonds and gold. Our landscape is good for tourism, and our beaches are so beautiful. Our forests produce quality products, produce quality food. We are moving higher, Liberia is moving higher. So come, let's go to Dubai and show the world what we've done.
We are the finest in all Africa.
Expo 2020 Dubai, we're ending 22. Expo 2020 Dubai, we're ending 22. Liberia will rise, Liberia on the rise, Liberia will rise, Liberia on the rise. Expo 2020 Dubai, we're ending 22. Expo 2020 Dubai, we're ending 22. Liberia will rise, Liberia on the rise, Liberia will rise, Liberia on the rise. We will showcase our history and heritage. Liberia is the first independent nation in Africa. Liberia had the first female president of the General Assembly of the UN. Listen, Liberia had the first female president in Africa. Ambassador George, we are picking more best. African best, European best, and now president. Liberia is the new stay together in unity. These days develop
process and Babulu County. This year diamond and gold. Nima Nigeria mountains. Nima Nigeria County. Ya. Sapo National Park in Sano County. Wongisi Mountain in Opa County. Lake is so blue, Lake Ubomi and Cape Mar County. Providence Alley in Montserrat. Ya. But when we waterfall in Bone County, we lots of rubber in Mighty County. Ya. Let me tell you, we have seaports in Monrovia, Hapon and Greenville. You cannot go past that county. Ya. So like the rest of the area.
We're moving higher.
Presidently, I'm moving higher.
We're moving higher.
Our president moving higher.
We're moving higher.
Commissioner Saka moving higher.
We're moving higher.
NSC is moving higher.
We're moving higher.
Liberia moving higher.
We're moving higher.
Prophesy that my nation will rise and shine in Africa. Liberia rise, oh rise. Liberia on the rise, oh rise.
Hey! Liberia on the rise.
Liberia rise, oh rise. Liberia on the rise,
Rise, oh rise. Liberia on the rise.
Liberia rise, oh rise. Liberia on the rise.
Yes, I tell you, Ambassador Judy Annie.
Shine, Liberia, shine.
As I tell you, Ambassador Judy Andy performing here in Dubai, and for sure we about to get going.
Thank you
here
to Ambassador
another
Julian D.
perspective.
Janet Cole and the National Dance Ensemble of Liberia for that marvelous presentation. And with this we conclude our official National Day ceremony of the Republic of Liberia. Now please join me once again in thanking everyone who has joined us here
We're
this
about
morning.
to make our way
Welcome
to the
Expo 2025.
pavilion now. We are making our way to the pavilion, Liberia pavilion. And I'm going to be getting one of these.
The official one for them?
Yes, sure.
Huh?
Yes, sure.
Because there is another photographer.
No, this is
only
this
one will go with us.
Yeah, this is the one from
Only
the,
one?
Yes,
This one.
right. And so
Jeff,
I'm sitting right here now. We're about to make our way to the Liberia pavilion.
one of you.
To the Liberia pavilion. And the First Lady and President Weah are making their way inside of that little motorcade here. Gotta get going here. And we are moving right now. The President is moving, and you're seeing the Liberians there. Way to the Liberia pavilion. This arrange a little, I don't even know how to call this one, but it's moving with the president. You can see we're making our way to the Liberia pavilion, where we were on yesterday, bringing you all of the highlights. And as we drive through this huge facility, get on going here, and you can see that His Excellency Dr. Weah and the Liberians are making the way, the bystanders, everyone else seems to be watching. If you join us, waking up early morning in Liberia, this is Liberia's day here in Dubai, Expo 2020. And of course, His Excellency President George Manning Weah is making his way to the Liberia pavilion. We're going to go in there. There's going to be a tour of several facilities here, Dubai, watching the president drive in here. And I'm just ahead of the president on one of these little moving vehicles here. And the president is in that one, just ahead of you. He's been driven by the head of Dubai representation here in Expo 2020. And gradually making our way to the Liberia pavilion. My name is Smith Tobit on this live podcast. And we will shop the beat at the Liberia pavilion now. The president will disembark and we will go inside of that pavilion where the president will be touring the various artifacts placed in that pavilion of Liberia. It's been here on the showcase for a while now. And so at this point, we are still watching, waiting the president to make his way. This one is going to wait for a while we make our move into it. His Excellency the President of Liberia, Dr. George Manning Weah, making his way to the Liberia's pavilion. And you see the rest of the crew members running my man up at Weeks. I got it on camera here. He's chasing this one. And we are almost making our way to the pavilion now. And it's a great experience and a very great time here. We will shortly arrive at the Liberia's pavilion. And just in a few minutes, His Excellency the President will arrive here. And this is the pavilion now. It's Liberia here. His Excellency President Weah will be here in a few minutes. He's going to get walking here along with First Lady Clara Mary Weah and the rest of the delegation. We are bringing you this exclusive coverage of Liberia's Day here in Dubai. Very colorful, very wonderful event with His Excellency the President of Liberia. And they are walking through our cameras right now and making our way to the Liberia's pavilion where the President will be touring the facility. And you can see no indication, the smile of the President. Inside of the pavilion now, and here comes the President inside of the pavilion, inside of the Liberia's pavilion. This is Excellency President George Martin Weah. I'm sure he's going to be making several stops inside this pavilion. We were here on yesterday, and the President is getting going here. He's looking at what he's seeing here inside of the pavilion. First Lady is also here. Ambassador Giuliani is also here. And we are making our way through these various artifacts. And so we need to go back again. Ambassador.
I know. It's your country. I know that. Try not to go. Because you have media, you cannot see delegation. Yeah, but you are very good. You see, you are putting
Your Excellency, these are the different authentic artifacts from Liberia, made by Liberians. If you enter the pavilion, you see an authentic fabric made in Liberia called LIB. Then you see a woman and a man, because our president is a feminist in chief. So we talk gender equality. The man, the woman is clothed, but also unclothed with beauty and grace. And then there's the man, we say welcome to Liberia, and then His Excellency introduces the pavilion. If you can see, the Excellency's work. So we move on phase 2.
Yeah. So phase 2, Ambassador Giuliani is taking us through phase 2.
Some of these artifacts are old as more than 100 years, especially the bronze that we have. Then on the left-hand side now, we are moving to the president's
Okay. So then, the President is inside of the pavilion as we speak. I'm sure he's going to go there.
He's number 14 guessing.
I should have brought a ballon d'or and just put it there.
Exactly.
The President.
You see his achievements?
The way he wrapped it up.
And during all these years, he has serving his people. And now he's president. Again, serving them all. So we decided to showcase his transition from childhood to presidency.
This is the President's corner. Exclusive. We are staying inside here. We are watching. We are staying in.
And this mask used to be the passport. We didn't have a biometric passport in the olden days. So these masks was used as passport to cross from one border to another. So of the 16 tribes, the mask is identical. You have the dancing mask and you have the artifact that is just a treasure for Liberia.
Ambassador Judy Andy. Yes. And so we are still running you through various aspects of the of it, and we stayed into the pavilion. We are stayed into the pavilion like we did for you yesterday. The president is right here now, and he's going through.
And this is very, very old.
My friend, go back. Go back. Here, with me here. Don't tell me it's
Get down for you. We are still inside of the pavilion though, and the president is moving through. He's watching. He's been taking on a tour day in here. It's Liberia's Day. All showcases what we have as a country. It's a little tight here, and moving in is His Excellency the President, Ambassador Judy Andy, is taking the president on the tour. And
I want to.
You cannot go inside.
you got and so the Ambassador Judy Andy is still driving the president.
Can you please give them a space?
And this is the example of the forest of Liberia, always green. We saw that on yesterday. It's been depicted here. Ambassador Judy Andy is taking the president in the forest. They are making the way in this forest, this Liberia forest of the president of the green forest of Liberia. And the president is making his way right in there. The export continuing. We are into the Liberia's pavilion as we speak, and you can see and he's asking the president, asking where there's a sample forest, the sound of forest. Always lively, president, and we getting on here.
It's a beautiful job done.
Okay. And you're hearing the president, he's commending the team. He says it's a beautiful job. He's impressed. He's very impressed. And you can tell how impressive the president is. And he's commending the organizers and Liberians here. He's in a conversation right now with the First Lady and Ambassador Judy. And they are looking at these old transaction means. These were the coins of the past, and you can hear we used to do this for the battle system. I'm at the back of the president, so that's exactly what you are seeing here. We are staying together here in Dubai. His Excellency the President of Liberia, along with us here, and he's speaking and just watching, inspecting just everything here. Get on. He stay on to it. He stayed on to it, and we see His Excellency President George Weah inspecting Liberia pavilion here, and these are the things that he's looking at as we speak. Mr. President, you are about to exit. You've been here in Dubai. What's your impression so far, Mr. President? Your impression about Dubai 2020?
This Expo 2020 is fantastic. It's a milestone, and we are glad to be here. You can see that we're in the Liberian pavilion showing our culture. It's good. I just want to congratulate Julie and our team and Mr. Saka for displaying our culture here and trying to make investors aware that we have the resources and we have the capability of investment, and this is why we are here. So I'm very glad.
You came with a very powerful message. Liberia is always open to business, and you have encouraged partners of the world to join you. That message seemed very strong.
I said that during my inauguration, and I'm saying it again. And I hope that our partners will continue to come to Liberia as a investment free and as a place to do business.
Mr. President, you also invited your counterpart and other citizens, business people from Dubai to come to Liberia. How soon can we expect to see?
Well, they are already there. And you know that the UAE came to Liberia. They are there. They're helping us in the various sector, the health sector and education and what have you. So I'm just re-echoing our relationship and making sure that our relationship gets stronger and better. And this is why I'm here at the Expo, to make sure that they have our confidence and we got their confidence. And as I said, I live here in the UAE for 3 years, and the UAE inspired me. Remember, I came to the UAE, I left Al Jazeera Football Club to go back to Liberia to disarm. And when I spoke to the Sheikh that I have to leave, even though it was difficult to leave the team, but he allowed me to go disarm the child soldiers. So today we are back here. And
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you.
Just one question to you. You've been here for 6 months with this pavilion. How do you see the Expo 2020 in Dubai? Did you achieve what you came for participating in this global event?
Yes, it is important that we do. First of all, let me say that in this difficult period, where there's war and pandemic, for the Expo 2020 to achieve its goal is very important, and I'm glad that I came to witness this, so that I can go and say it. It's successful. We are happy to be here, and I'm glad that Liberia could showcase what she has. And we are happy to be here.
We are closing the book to our journey in 5 days. What is your last message that you want to convey from this platform?
Well, I wish you peace, and I pray that the 192 countries that came to you will build a bond of good friendship, and you'll come to see, not just what in Gloria, but to come to those countries to see how you can invest.
Thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Mr. President. He's making his way out. These are the skippers here that the president is going to get on. And so again, I'm going to take my position right there. So the president is getting back on board, and we are making our way back. way back from the Liberia pavilion now. And the president is making his way back. And as we move, His Excellency Dr. Weah is right here in this. Once again, we are rolling back now from the Liberia pavilion. My man, Opa Kwame Weeks, my voice is penetrating his commentary right now.
You're okay, Smith?
I'm sure we are having some good time here.
Right.
It's wonderful. It's been colorful, Kwame. You've been following. You've been here. Again, we are back here. We're doing this broadcast. Seems to be going very well here. You heard the president. What's the takeaway so far?
So far, it is colorful. I would have asked the president with regards to the Liberians that are languaging in this country. When I was broadcasting earlier, I don't know what you read on your live feed. Most of them were asking the president to talk with his homologue, that is the king here, to see how best he can help to relieve some of the strain on Liberians that are domiciling here. Some of them were tricked into coming into the country and all of that, and for the fact that for them to see their leader here. But on the other end, when it comes to the Expo, to make Liberia the last is always the best.
The best.
And you know, that chilling and very powerful, compelling song there by Julie Andy sets it all about our country. The only thing is that how, and even in here in the UAE, you just saw him speak to that reporter in his final, he said peace. And he continued to drive home that narrative, Smith.
The narrative seems to be very strong. You see the momentum of the president. He seems to be away from home, but he still feels at home. And owing to the fact that he's been here, he has some time here in the UAE, and coming back here again and seeing the conclusion of Expo 2020. The president looked very happy, and you can tell.
Indeed, you tell from the chuckles and the giggles and
everything around the president. We are now making our way to the lunch hall now.
Okay.
The president will go for lunch, and of course, and then that will be the conclusion of our activities here, especially on the Liberia's Day. And Kwame, putting everything into perspective, what is your overall look of the setup here? This is beyond description for me.
Flawless. One word, flawless. I mean, the UAE has done it. They continue to do it. You yourself, we talked about that when we were having coffee in the media house this morning, that decades ago, this place was not like that. This was a whole desert. And the whole idea of the Expo is to bring 200 and some more countries or 100 and some more countries together, you know, in just one spot and let them be able to show out their talents. And I hope the Expo has achieved its goal.
Achieving its goals here in Dubai. The president, we are rolling slowly, but again, it's been a very wonderful time here at Expo 2020. Liberia has once again made her representation here at this Expo. And you can tell from what happened in the last few minutes with the president, very strong message. Again, Kwame, you heard him reiterate his inaugural commitment on Liberian openness for business and inviting investors to come in and join the process of rebuilding Liberia or building Liberia.
And Smith, let me remind our viewers where he spoke about the Unity Park in PHP came from the help of these guys here in this country. And then he talked about also Road to Lofa, that they have put some money, you know, behind that. So many projects that the president spoke about, you know, that we must admit.
We are about to disembark a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm sure we are making our way at this point, and so 1 minute. We are still here.
Brother, come over. Come over. Please. Not a breach, it's okay.
But this. And so. So why did that cut us off? Thank you.
Excuse me, 1 second.
I came with my president.
He can go.
And we are making our way for another event on the inside now, and the president and the first lady are just ahead of us in this. Again, it's always a difficult thing to do, and as we switch on here, getting on, Liberia is again making her representation here at this Expo 2020. And as we cut across point, keep watching us. We are about concluding our podcast from here. But as we love to do that, it's always obvious to get the conclusion of activities here in the UAE, Dubai, and it's Liberia's Day here with a lot of cultural activities. Bill Belkukbejina is also right by my side. We are walking down the aisle here. From this point, you can see His Excellency and First Lady swapping down together, and while we make our way, the rest of the team members cutting across our camera shots here. Keep viewing us here on this live feed. If you're just waking up somewhere around the world, this is Liberia's Day in Dubai at Expo 2020. The president came with a message. He's presented his message to the rest of the participants here. And where we are headed now will be the concluding aspect. I'm sure there is an ongoing conversation around where we are with His Excellency the President. And to do all of those is for us to get running here. Get running, Beacon. Well, we are moving into this theater. Oh my word. Where are we?
Real sound.
Where are we? This is inside of a theater. And everyone seems to be touching here.
Yeah, they are actually connected from the seven Emirates to showcase the unity of the UAE.
And we're just inside. It's a landscape. Several different landscapes inside of the building. What a wonderful landscape. And these are all several different landscapes.
To take shuttle.
And these. We are still touring. Yes. Yes, please take your pictures.
We will take you, we will give you away, give us away.
Okay, please. This is so beautiful. So amazing. Right. These are all landscape placed inside an auditorium, and with several different inscriptions representing different lifestyles here in the UAE. And you wouldn't believe exactly. See, we are inside of a hall, right? Inside of the hall. And the place or landscape inside of this theater. And this is exactly what the president is doing. This is a ward all by itself.
Everyone will join. They are
It is. So wonderful. Eye-catching. It's eye-catching, actually. How did it even bring the scene in here and place it in the landscape form? And that's the tour the president is taking right now. And there's a serious tour here by the president and the first lady. And they are just explaining to the president the historic nature of where we are. Again, several different historic expeditions going on.
Right here is generations. We are honoring families who came from different countries and serving UAE as
A very long history of this of the UAE, Carrasco, and you can tell how attentive the president is, along with the first lady, going through this historic description of where we are. And you've been seeing a lot of different things, Carrasco, and then it amazes anyone to see a theater in a hall with a lot of different historical components. But again, it's very important seeing the way they even put the landscape, as to what we've seen so far.
What is important most, Smith, is the fact that the President Weah is a developmental-oriented person. Looking at some of these things, like he was saying, everywhere the president go, he has been his trademark. Everywhere he go, whatever he see in terms of development, he carry back home. So from all indications, some of experiences like this.
Oh wow! We're about to sum up here.
Oh wow!
Now we say wow. Another word of its own. Where are we? Is that an audience? We see audience here. We are asking the same question. Where are we? And the president is being directed somewhere. And so let's try to find our way. The president is going to be seated here. We are in a theater.
I'm very sorry.
We are in the theater. We are getting lost in description now. We are getting lost in description. Words are becoming inadequate to describe what our eyes have seen here so far. We are inside of a theater with audience. How did it get here? How was it arranged? And you can just go down. And I'm sure it's going to get boom into a surprise very soon. But again, you need to keep watching us. You need to keep watching us. We are doing everything possible. The president is now seated right there, along with the first lady. They are looking around and they are watching. Everyone seems to be looking up here. This is a different war of so many happenings in a twinkle of an eye. It gets dark. It's about to explode. You've seen for yourself inside of a theater. Everyone seems to be looking up. Oh my word. We are enjoying the beauty of the Expo. And the president is watching equally. He's watching equally. Right there. And so what they are doing right now is trying to showcase the beauty of their country. That's exactly what's happening here as part of the Expo 2020. And they are bringing the country close to the world. There's a whole narrative going on here. From where the president is seated right now, he's been told exactly what's going on in here. And this is part of the Expo 2020 Liberia's Day. His Excellency President George Mann, we are the First Lady Clara Maria in audience. What a beauty to see. What a beauty to see. Now the lights are on. The lights are on. And again we are about making our way on the outside Dubai is showing the world. Let's get going here. Again, our location have gotten lost as we make our way outside.
We need to keep following before we lost.
Yeah, sure, because this is becoming scary now.
Yes.
Too many things to see.
A
lot. And we got to get running again. You need to stay with us here. We are moving, I'm sure, again, with the team of securities and cameras. Can we just have a pass, please? Thank you. And so the president will come here. He's going to paint his signature in here. I'm very sure he's going to be here. His Excellency the President is going to walk from that direction now. And of course, he's going to make his way here. This is the glamour that Dubai is putting out, and Liberia is a part of it, making sure that the beauty of this war. See this one. In how many words can you describe how they've turned dead work? These are all beautiful work done here in Dubai. So beautiful, so amazing. Again, they've brought the entire world here, 120 plus countries coming in here. And as they make their way, Liberia is given a day to tell the world what exactly we are doing as a people. And the president came here. He made a case for Liberia. He's going to come here to say goodbye and thank you to Dubai. He stayed on a tour. He stayed touring. And so we are still looking exactly as the president run through. There is a tour guide for the president that is telling the president exactly what to do.
2020.
And you're hearing the voice of Nora Finabona in our camera right now. And again, to wrap up, like I rightly said, the president is going to come here and he's going to pin the mask right there. The president on mask, and sure the first lady is also there. They both getting on to that point. His Excellency Dr. Weah putting this autograph right in there, telling the people of Dubai, thanks for the hospitality. A signature of gratitude toward the people. We are wrapping up very strategically, making sure that the president and the people of Liberia gets exactly the feel of everything happening here in Dubai. It's eye-catching. It's very rewarding. You just can't take your eyes. The first lady is watching. She's just smiling, and you know the smile on her face have never stopped. The first lady have never stopped smiling, watching her dear husband goes through everything here. I'm sure it's going to be an honor. There's a way of saying, here we go, and every other aspect of it. And there's going to be a section here where the president is going to get stationed, and this should be the Liberian team here in Dubai. It's going to be a Liberian team here in Dubai, and the president is there. That's the entire composition of the team, from the Ministry of Information to embassy staff to Judy Andy and the rest of it. They are all making their contribution getting on here. Still making some little arrangement getting on. That's Liberia for you. From MP to Lace to Maritime to Deputy Minister of Portfolio, Foreign Minister, the representation, and everyone is here. The Defense Minister, of course, the Minister of Information, the Consulate, the President, His Excellency, Dr. George Manan Weah. So we're into it together at this point. We are giving you an exclusive, like we said, coverage of everything happening in here. His Excellency the President is again making his way on the outside of this very huge building here. This is our entire walk-in of several different activities here in Dubai, and there goes the protocol to the President, the Chief of Protocol, making sure that we are on top of this coverage from one end to the other, getting on. Just keep talking about the beauty of what is going on here, eye-catching. This building has wings. It opens, it closes at a certain point in time. And that's exactly what we are doing here. If you're just waking up, watching us from somewhere in the world, the president of Liberia is here. And we are together bringing you the exclusive coverage of Expo 2020. And there's this showcasing of a lot of different artifacts of Liberia. We've been here for the last few days, and the president is here with his team as we run around this corridor. It's been tight, and we are running. Liberians here. They are waving to the president while we're making our way on the other side. Get going and join for yourself, see exactly what is going on right in here. The president is still walking. He's been cheered by Liberians. Of course, watching who's come from all parts of the UAE to see their president participate. And we are making our way again to where we started. I'm sure you saw these vehicles. These things were the ones we were commuting on here with the president a few minutes ago. And we had to get on board with it and then get going to the Liberia Pavilion. We've returned and now we've taken a tour of the facility here. All that is happening right now is the president is about making his way inside. The Liberians are there and they are watching onto it while we make our way at this point. And this will be where we will end the broadcast because the president is about to retire from Expo 2020. If you stay with us, we'd like to say it's been a wonderful time catching all the pieces from where we took them and getting on with the rest of the coverage here from Expo 2020. It's been a wonderful time here. The people of Dubai have given the president a rousing welcome. He's been onto it all day, all morning today. Since we started, we are just walking inside of the VIP portion of this corridor. And it's been very mind-moving, jumping into every corner of this Expo 2020. A great time. You heard the president in his message, and you also heard the president in his conversation along the way. We about to leave you. We are about to leave you, and again the president is about to.
Like His Excellency mentioned, this is a very short description of how the UAE participated. And the reason why this is very important for us is not only because we hosted for the first time in the region, but it's because the first time we also participated was before the opening of our country. And it was through Abu Dhabi's participation in Expo itself. And at that time, our founding father, His Highness Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, had a very strong relationship with the global community. And as a result of that, the government of Japan invited Abu Dhabi to participate with its own pavilion. So it was located, Your Excellency, in the heart of the Expo site at the time. But what was very important is that this was the first time that we got to really represent the government and the future of the UAE as well. And so what's very interesting is that on Abu Dhabi's National Day, which was held on the 2nd of September 1970, who represented the government at that time was the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, who is the current president of our country, Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. And so he used this opportunity to not only talk about Abu Dhabi as an emirate, but he used this opportunity to talk about the union and the vision of Sheikh Zayed for why it was important for our country to be unified. And he thanked the global community that supported and welcomed the idea of the United Arab Emirates at that time.
Okay, so a very short but rewarding history there as we run through. There's a little bit more.
After that, we used the after, of course, the first time we participated after the union was in 1992. But throughout the next couple of years, we always wanted to highlight how rich the history of the UAE was. And we wanted to represent a lot of cultural experience to the global community. But what was very significant about the following year is that it's this woman over here. This woman, her name is Hassan Basili. She's very famous in the UAE community for being a pioneer. But what was not known about her is that...
Sorry to interrupt. This is what he said. He said Hassa is worth more than 10 men. This is how he pushed the envelope forward.
So Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan actually appointed her to represent the government of the UAE in many important world events. One of them was the World Expo, and she became the very first Arab Commissioner General in the history of World Expo. So it's a very important way to show how very early on.
Hello, President.
Doctor, somebody from Excellency, how are you? My name is it's a pleasure, you know. I was your fan when you were in Passenger. I remember very well. And how are you?
Very nice to see you.
Now we chair the tourist organization. It's a pleasure. They're traveling. We met when the field was under construction here.
Yes,
yes, yeah, that time. Because,
Good to see you, sir.
thank you. Welcome.
Great day.
Expo, and good to see you, sir. Yes,
And so more greetings stay going on in the corridor, and you see how excited they always come to see the president and interact with them. And that's exactly what this president has done and continue to do in his sojourn. We have stayed in this corridor with the president, and this should be the last historic point.
This is not actually your participation, but it's very important year for our hearts actually in the UAE. And it's the year we won the bid to host Expo 2020. It was in 2013. And Your Excellency, if you ask anyone in the UAE community what they were doing on the 27th of November 2013, they would probably tell you we were waiting eagerly to hear the announcement of the UAE winning. And so us hosting came with a very important vision from the leadership of the government to host an exceptional expo for the first time in this region, to not only represent the UAE but also represent all of the region. And so because of how the global community supported the UAE's decision to host, we got the highest number of supported votes from any country that was bidding. We got 116 votes. That shows you how important this was, not only for us, but also for the global community who welcomed and supported the UAE.
Okay,
It's a very
that's the last one. That's the last one. And we are still here, just about wrapping up now. I'm sure they are making their way inside of where we started. Get going at this point. It's going to be the time for for lunch, but we would not go at that point, and we are about wrapping up here. And to do so is to take a word or two from you. This is Liberia Minister of Information, Minister Lane. He's also here getting on to all of it. You've been here for the last few days. You come to Dubai. You accompany the president. You've been taking on a very impressive tour. But important of all is Liberia's day and Liberia participation. You came with a message. The president delivered. What's your output of exactly what the president said? What message are we taking back?
I think the message is clear from the president's speech to the world. That Liberia has come of age. It's now open for business. We came today to showcase to the world our fullest potentials in investment and business. A stable country after a checkered past of our civil war. So we're now rebranding Liberia, and Expo Dubai 2020 provides this excellent international platform for us. And so the president himself took up the mantle to come here, talk to the rest of the world, relaunch Liberia, business and investment climate here, telling the world that the country is now open for business.
So most of what happened here on the aspect of what was being placed on display for the rest of the world came under your ambit from the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism. We saw a lot of artifacts on display here in Dubai that signify our cultural beauty. Is there more that we can talk about? Was that something that you think the world have bought into and they can make good use of what we presented to them?
Obviously, it took a lot for us to be able to, fill out the pavilion. But obviously, we have more to do. This is just the start of a long journey to begin to learn more and more from investment in the areas of tourism and trade and commerce and mining and all of that. Liberia is rich in natural resources, so we'll do the best we can under the circumstances.
Minister Lejehu Simone Rennie is Liberia's information minister. He's here in Dubai, speaking to us right here, making the case of Liberia. I want to take a word or two from Liberia Commission General, Lane Eugene Nangbe, who's also been here. But at this point, we are just watching. I want to talk to you. You can run off camera, Eugene, so it's good to see you. You've been here for a while now, and you heard what the president brought, what Liberian brought to this Expo 2020. What's the impression so far?
Well, apart from what we see physically, there's also a lot that's happening behind the scenes. The cooperation and partnership between Liberia and the UAE is very strong. And as a result of that, there have been mutually beneficial engagements. There's a lot of projects from UAE in Liberia. But this expo was used to showcase not just what Liberia has, but the potential of what is available, the vast opportunities we have in tourism, in mining, in fisheries. Those are the things that were displayed here, and as a result of that, what we expect to see is more engagement, more investment from not just UAE, but from all the other countries participating in the expo, having seen what Liberia has to offer, to now transform that into tangible deliverables.
You think we've made a very good presentation? We've made a point?
Definitely, and our Commissioner General, Maurice Saka, did very well. He was praised by the organizing committee. We presented very well. We had a lot of good background and also displayed the business opportunities and investment opportunities in Liberia. So I think all over, it was a very great and successful event.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lane Eugene Nangbe, speaking to us here at this Expo 2020 in Dubai. I'm trying to catch up with some Liberians on the outside of this facility. And again, the president has retired for lunch along with his delegation. But again, because we've come to provide for you an exclusive of happenings here, we will want to hear from some Liberians who managed to make their way here to Dubai and, of course, to this Expo 2020. So I'm just walking my way back into this long corridor on the outside to hear from some of the Liberians. I'm sure they've come with message to the government and of course to the people of Liberia back home. Just keep viewing us. We are just inside of this very huge facility. The president and his team at about inside of the launch facility now. But again, it is not just about the launch. It is also important that we've brought some Liberians who made their way from all parts of the UAE making their way in here. So if you just joined us or watching us, it's going to be a good time to hear from some of them as I gradually make my way here to them. And again, it's going to be a good thing. We want to talk to some of the Liberians here, and I'm told that this is the president of the Liberian community. We are happy to see you. I don't see you wearing a smile. You look like you're tired, but indeed, it's good to see you. What is the name, sir?
Moses T. Engineer.
Moses, how long you been here?
Been here for 3 years now.
3 years. You are the head.
Here now.
You are the head of the Liberian community here.
Sure.
How is it here? How is life here?
Life is difficult here, but by His grace, we are making it, and everything is moving gradually.
Okay, so you come to see your president. He's been here. You've come to see Expo
Yes.
with Liberia own involvement. What message have you brought, and what specific you want the president to hear from you?
Well, actually, brought a present for the...
I'm not going to hold this present. I just want you to to tell us some of your situation here. These are protocol sort of arrangement, but I'm happy to hear from Liberians here. Maybe you come with a specific message for people back home or for the president himself, so that you are live on our podcast.
I would be very happy if we can meet up with the president, because we have our own thing in Dubai. We need an embassy in Dubai.
Okay.
So we want to put it in front of the president. If it's okay, he can get an embassy. And a lot of things is happening in Dubai. Some people don't have visa, want to travel out of the country. A lot of people here don't have visa. You understand? And we want the president to look out to our sisters that in Oman. They are dying every day. We're trying to see how best we can get them out of Oman. But if we're finding it very difficult, if only the hands of the president can be there, we're sure they can be out. And for the people in Dubai, there are many people here who want to go back home, and we are planning and praying to God that we can speak to the president about that. So our citizen here is crying. Some of them don't have visa, some of them no place to stay, and we are trying our will to be able to make sure that we get things for them, so they can be able to live in the community. So our advice would be okay if you can be able to send this message to the president that we need an embassy in Dubai.
Embassy in
We really
Dubai.
need an embassy.
That's the message here. But let's just take a word or two from the faces here. I know they are all Liberians here. Mr. Co-Chair, what is your name, sir?
I'm Todd Montori.
Todd Montori.
Yeah, co-chairman.
Co-chair. What part of Liberia are you from, by the way?
I'm from Grand Gita County.
Grand Gita. How long you been here?
Tuzon City, Grand Gita County.
How long you been here?
I've been here for the past 8 years. Going to
8 years.
Yeah.
How's life here? 8 years?
Life is good for me, but for our other Liberians, we got a lot of issues that is unfolding. Okay. That is unfolding. That's what my president was just saying. These are things we want to discuss with His Excellency, Dr. Josh Manawia, so that he can look into our case and see how best he can help the Liberian and the United Arab Emirates. Because first of all, the Emirates look like New York if you go in the Gulf.
Yeah.
We have embassy in Kuwait, yes, but the many Liberians here in Dubai, they are not like that in Kuwait.
How many are you?
Hopefully, we are speaking almost 1,000 Liberians here.
1,000 Liberians?
Yeah, and other people, I mean, there's no job, things are very difficult. People flew our brothers from back home, coming here over in the name of giving a job, and at the end of the day, they do them out of their own funds. So all these things, they are, paramount to the Liberian community here. And which, of course, we just got into power for about 6 months now. We just structured the community. So our hands are down and we lack funding. All these things we are putting it in the presence of the government to look into it. And also we have our voice in Oman, which of course other librarians are there. They can issue on funding. They also contact the community here because there's no community in Oman. So obviously, we oversee all these things. So we are currently asking the president, we are asking the government, our dynamic government of Liberia, to come to the aid of Liberia over here in the United Arab Emirates.
Thank you very much. And I'm just switching my microphone from one end to the other. And let me talk to this other brother here. He's taking everything Liberia right now. And what is your name?
I'm Sharif Mohammed.
Sharif?
Yes.
From Liberia though?
From Liberia.
What part of Liberia are you from?
From Mangibi County.
Mangibi?
Yes.
And how did you make it here?
I came here along the way, just for greener pasture.
Okay.
Trying to make advance myself and see how best I can bring the opportunity back to home.
Okay.
And I'm the Secretary General of Liberian Community.
Okay.
I spokesperson for the Liberian Community.
Okay.
We are here basically to identify ourselves and showcase to the world that Liberia is a peaceful country, and assures the peacefulness of Liberians have been transferred here, and we have a lot of Liberians here in United Arab Emirates. And here, Liberians have come up in numbers to show love and to showcase to the world that Liberia, as the oldest country in Africa, can show something and present something. We have a vast culture, we have a virgin economy. We want United Arab Emirates to have a diplomatic tie, a strong diplomatic tie with the Republic of Liberia. You can see Liberians are all over in the 7 Emirates. You have Liberians in Abu Dhabi, Alain, you have Liberians in Sharjah, all over, coming to grace these particular programs. And the issues of Liberians must be put forth before the president. And the Liberian community have also, award to present to the Excellency, to show to the Excellency that Liberians are here, and we recognize his good work that he's doing in Liberia, the road connectivity, and public buildings. These are things that Liberians in diaspora here in United Arab Emirates have seen and tried to recognize that, and gave award to the president. And also, we have Liberians also in Oman, and these Liberians, we have females there. They went to Oman for greener pasture. These Liberians have been marginalized, they have been mistreated, and the Liberian community has taken initiative to make sure and speak on behalf of those Liberians we have in Oman. We're trying to communicate this into the president so the president can see the need to open embassy here in United Arab Emirates.
And everything they're saying here, key is Liberia needs an embassy. What is going to be here in the UAE? They are concerned about the Liberians in Oman and what have you. There's another gentleman here, then I will come to this female and I will talk to this female. They are all Liberians. There's a whole lot of Liberians here. We may not have the time to talk to every one of them, but let me talk to you. What is your name?
My name is J-Ben Kogula.
J-Ben Kekula?
Kogula.
Kogula.
Yeah.
What part of Liberia are you from?
I'm from Bapulu.
Bapulu. Yeah. Bapulu into the UAE. That's a very long distance. How long you been here?
I've been here like almost 9 months.
9 months? Yeah. Oh, not too long.
Not too long.
But how has it been for you since you got here?
Easy, very easy here.
Okay.
It's very much difficult here. I came here to seek green pasture, but we came what we had our expectation, the information they gave us.
What were you expecting?
I came here on a basis that I was going to get a good job that will be able to take care of me, and I came. Unfortunately, the job I got that I can even be able to maintain me in the UAE.
Okay.
Yeah.
So life has become difficult for you.
Sure.
You come to see your president and see Liberia participate in the Expo 2020. You listen to the president, the vice chair, and of course the secretary general. Everyone's talking. What message do you have for the president?
The message I have for the president here is like the same message our leadership, just acting that we really need embassy in Dubai here, at least so that when we got problem, we'll be able to go to the embassy to address our problem. Because many of our brothers are here, they don't have sleeping place, they don't have their own overstay here, they find it very difficult for them to make life easy here.
Well, thank you. Let me talk to this lady. She's wearing the Coalition for Democratic Change rare beret. This is only beret I've seen so far since I came in here. She's been very energetic, and to be frank, she's been one of those female Liberians who's been in touch with us since we arrived here. It's been good seeing you. You come here, you come to see the president, you've seen his involvement here. What message do you have that you've brought as well?
As my bosses rightly said.
What is your name again?
My name is Frances Duklin.
Okay, Frances. What part of Liberia are you from?
I'm from Bomi.
Bomi?
Precisely Bar.
You're from Bar?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bar, Bomi County?
Yes.
And now you're here in Dubai?
Yes.
So tell us your side. What message have you brought as well?
As my bosses rightly said earlier, we are so many here. Some people are making it, and it's difficult for other people. As I said, people what they will tell you when you are back home, when you come, it's not what that you meet here. There's a lot of Liberians that are here giving people false information back home. My number one appeal here today is, if anybody call you from the Republic of UAE, please make it your responsibility to go on Facebook, contact some people there that in UAE here before you can get one flight to come. Because at the end of the day, when you come into the country, then the weight goes to the Liberian community. All the weight goes on them. Something that they are not working for money here, but they are doing their best. And then lastly, I would say what they really said, we name at the embassy here.
You know, sometimes it's worrisome. The men we understand at times, but for the females, people sometimes wonder when you come in a foreign country and you are experiencing difficulty, it leads you to all sort of different things, sometimes difficult to talk about. And like you rightly said, some people just want to come here. They just take the news and they want to run here. Do you have any advice, like you rightly said, not just to the male but to the females who are sitting there and thinking that yes, this is the world, Dubai. Everyone somewhere want to come to Dubai, but it is not as easy as they hear the name Dubai.
To my females, I will say again, it's not everybody that can come here that can succeed. Some of us, we are very strong. I've been here for 2 years plus now.
Okay.
And I've been maintaining my status since I came here. When I got to the country, the little job that I was given to do, I stuck with it. Though it was not giving me nothing, but I put all my time to it. And the time has come that I have started to reap what I was sowing. Now I'm a resident for 3 years. Not just any resident, but I have my passport. Yes,
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not just any paper that I have. I have my passport with me because the guys from our brothers and sisters here, when they find job here, they do your paper, but then they will take your passport from you. And in our case, you cannot leave the country, you cannot go anywhere. So to the females, I would say if you're not strong, don't come outside. But if you come outside, at the end of the day, what you came to see, if you don't see it, you will start to go astray. You will start to do things that you're not supposed to do.
A powerful message there. There's another female here. What is her name?
Joyce Bole.
Say that?
My name is Joyce Bole.
Joyce Bole. What part of Liberia are you from, Joyce?
I'm from Grand Gide.
Grand Gide. How long you been here, Joyce?
About 6 months.
Yeah, go ahead.
About 6 months.
6 months?
Yes.
Okay, so somebody encouraged you to come as well?
Yes.
Okay, so since they encourage you, they really told you everything that I look here?
No, everything different.
Everything different here, eh? It's not easy here.
Yes.
You want to go back?
No.
You still want to be here?
I want to be here.
Even though things are different, but you still want to be here?
I want to be here.
Okay. All right, Joyce. Thank you. We just can't talk to everyone at this point about the show. We got your message. And I've been told I should wrap up with this gentleman. And what is your name?
My name is Nipitari Kabet.
Where are you from?
I'm from Liberia, but I work at the Expo Pavilion.
Okay. And what part of Liberia are you from?
I'm from Magibi County.
Magibi. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm very informed about the situation here. But again, is that a message you want to leave us with?
Yes, a lot of messages. I just want the government of Liberia to put some strategies in place, most especially at the Bravo International Airport for our brothers and sisters that is coming over to the UAE and all about the Gulf, because they have a lot of fraudulent agencies that took people online telling that they have jobs in UAE, they have jobs in the Gulf, And whenever our people comes here, they become stranded, they go through a lot of difficulty, that situation. We have been exchanging visa, like up to 36% visa. We exchange it on our own expense, not the government or Liberia, not the Liberian community funding, but from our own expense. So like the chairman was saying, like we asking the government to approve our embassy here and the consular, because the consular cannot do it alone. It needs an embassy here because we have up to 2,000 Liberians based in the United Arab Emirates. And all of those 2,000 Liberians, probably you may have like 200-300 Liberians that are having a permanent job or a permanent status in this country.
Okay, so let me say thanks to all of you. We need to catch up again with the president. He stayed on the inside. But it's been a wonderful time hearing you. Your message has gone back home. I'm sure the president will get your message. And we've been up here since this morning, bringing you the coverage of what's taking place here at the United Arab Emirates Expo 2020. It's been a very wonderful time, rewarding time, catching up with you, bringing you up-to-the-minute information here from Dubai, with the voices of Liberians, and of course with the message coming from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia. Again, it's always my pleasure. Every time I come on your platform to do this for you, I'm humbled to bring you this information, not just about the country. It's always good to follow the President as he makes his tour or his visits across the world on behalf of the entire team, from Monrovia to Dubai, from the office of the press secretary, the rest of the team back home in Liberia. It's always my good time coming to you. My name is Smith Toby, coming to you live from the United Arab Emirates, and of course, to be specific, from Dubai here, where we've been bringing you Liberia's Day, showcasing Liberia and the artifacts, speaking and hearing what the president brought to the UAE, encouraging partners to return to Liberia and join the business climax of our country, helping to encourage people to go about making development in our country. Until you hear me again, or rather stay see me on your platform, I'd love to wish you a pleasant time. Thanks for viewing us. Thanks for following us here. Wherever you're watching from, have a pleasant and God bless day.
Good job, man. Good job.
Are you the one coming?
Good job.